What's good? What's good? What's good? I hope you guys are well. Hope everything's good at your end. Um, Guys, I wanted to talk about Oscar Valdez. Mr. Canelo has come out and said Oscar Valdez will beat Stevenson, which obviously, for me, would be an upset because obviously Shakur is a bigger guy. He's far more skilled, a better boxer out of the two. But this is going to be a good fight. Very good fight. This is what Canelo had to say. It's going to be a complicated fight, but I believe Oscar Valdez will come out with the victory since he has more experience. So I think this is what Oscar had to say. Is it Oscar or Canelo? We'll read it anyway. Camp is going great. Camp is always going great. I put the work in and I perform at a high level. This is Oscar, I think. I will do the same on April 30th. So no, actually, this is Shakur saying this. You want to step it up, but you stick with what's been working your whole career. I feel like I've been doing what I've been doing is working. I'm undefeated and I put a great performances when I fight. I'm going to do the same thing I usually do, up it a little bit more. I feel like every fighter gets me up. Anytime you fight, you got to put your life on the line, says Shakur. I go in there with the same mindset. You take everybody seriously. You can't sleep on nobody. This is just another fight for me. It's a big fight, but I look at it like it's the same thing as all my other fights. I had to go in there and perform. I don't look at the crowd. I just think of it as sparring. I'm in the gym and boxing and doing. I'm focused and dialed in on the fight. Shakur might wink at Canelo. I might well see. I was laughing at Bud at my last fight because I knew what was going to happen and I told him what was going to happen. So I kind of let him know in the ring. I will not make any mistakes paying attention to anything else besides Oscar Valdez. I haven't really talked to him too much about this fight. So that was him talking to Terence Crawford. Or talking about Terence Crawford about the Valdez fight. I already told him what I'm going to do to Valdez. And everybody is going to see what I'm going to do April 30th. You're all going to pay attention and see. I think the most challenging thing is he don't take no for an answer. He don't got no quit in him. He's going to keep trying to throughout the night. And I think that's the biggest challenge in the fight. Skill-wise, I feel like I'm better than him, sharper than him, bigger than him. I'm probably stronger than him. Please don't realize that. People don't realize that, but they'll see come April 30th. And then Shakur talks about him not being sold on Valdez's power. He looked like a big puncher, but you don't know until you get in the ring and face them. There have been some people that I get in the ring with that I think is big punchers, but then you realize they're not as strong as what you thought. He may be a big puncher, but we'll see April 30th. I just feel like I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm faster, I'm better. I'm willing to fight anybody. I'm not ducking or dodging anybody. I'm willing to fight whoever. I would think he'll go up to 140 after that. And then I'll go up to 135. So we'll see what happens. So he's talking about a fight with Devin Haney, Shakur now. And he said that obviously after the fight with Kambosos, he's probably going to go up to 140. And after my fight, I'm probably going to go up to 135. So they'll probably miss each other, he's saying. Then he goes on to say, it sounds like me and Lomachenko are going to have to square up sooner rather than later. The way it looks, both of us are signed with Top Rank and it's a big fight. We're close to the same weight. We have to meet down the line. So it's going to happen for sure. You got to respect it. Lomachenko is a great human being outside of boxing. What he's doing definitely is great and I respect it. Tune in. On April 30th, a superstar is going to be born. I'm definitely going to put on an amazing performance and I'm feeling great. There you have it. Shakur Stevenson, a future superstar, giving his thoughts. Canelo Alvarez picking Oscar Valdez, which obviously is his campmate. He's gonna pick Valdez, right? That's his stablemate. So of course he's gonna pick him to beat Shakur. But look, I actually think Shakur's a really, really good fighter. I think Valdez has got power. But again, I think what's going to hurt Valdez is the fact that Shakur's bigger than him and he's the better boxer here. It's not like Shakur's the smaller guy moving up, fighting a bigger guy that's got power. You know, Valdez is a smaller guy. Valdez has got power, but how much power? We saw in his last fight when he fought Robson Conceição. Was that his last fight? I think it was. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. So again, it just depends on how much his power up at that weight is going to affect someone like Shakur, who's big. You know, I think Shakur's a very, very hard fighter to get to as well. Shakur's a very, very good, slick fighter. So it's going to be very difficult to get near Shakur. You know, Shakur's a very, very, very complete fighter. However, Valdez, like he said, and I think Shakur makes a good point, that Valdez is going to keep coming all night. Valdez ain't going to give in. Valdez ain't going to stop coming. You know, Valdez is going to keep coming. Valdez is a warrior. This is a guy that's fought with broken jaws and he's just a very, very tough man. So this is a guy that's not going to give in. He's going to keep coming all night. So, you know, Shakur's going to have to be on his toes because if he's not, you know, who knows, Valdez might be able to chin him. But you have to say, when you hear Shakur speak that I'm bigger, stronger, faster, like stronger, you could debate, but I feel he might be. Valdez might be a bigger puncher, one-punch knockout puncher. But he might not be stronger. And what I mean by stronger, physically stronger, because Shakur's a bigger man. And when they're getting up close, you know, Shakur may not have the physical strength to, Valdez might not have the physical strength to be able to push Shakur around. Because Shakur's naturally the bigger guy. Look, Shakur's probably going to move up maybe by the end of his career to 147 possibly. So I think it's going to be very difficult for Valdez to win this fight. He's fighting a naturally bigger man. He's fighting a very strong man. This is a very, very tough fight. And it's against one of the best prospects in boxing. I don't know whether you can classify Valdez as a prospect anymore, because Valdez is a guy that is already a world champion. If he beats Valdez, he's going to become a unified world champion. I think this guy might go on to become a 4-5 weight world champion. I do. I think he has a lot of ability, a lot of talent. He's a very good fighter. So I think the world's his oyster. I think anything's possible with this guy. He can achieve great things. A very, very good fighter, very skilled, very fast, very good defensively. So yeah, this guy's going to take some beating, and I think Valdez has got his hands full. I wouldn't be surprised watching the Robson Conceição fight, the way I thought Robson Conceição might have nicked that fight. And Shakur's a much better boxer than Robson Conceição. And I honestly think this is going to be very difficult for Valdez. Valdez is a guy that likes to get in a scrap. I remember his fight with Scott Quigg, where I think was it Scott Quigg that broke his jaw? I think they both might have broke their jaws. But yeah, Valdez is a guy that's fought on with broken jaws. He's a very, very tough man. So I don't expect him to go anywhere. I don't expect him to get stopped. I don't know whether Shakur has that kind of power. Maybe if he beats him up from round after round, maybe the corner throws in the towel, or maybe, the referee stops it after he's seeing that this guy's just taking too much punishment. But, I think Oscar Valdez's only chance in the fight is what we saw against Miguel Berchelt. He catches him with something massive. And listen, there's boxing. Anything's possible. If Valdez catches Shakur with something really big, maybe that changes the whole complexion of the fight. But I think if we go off talent, ability, I think Shakur is a massive, massive favorite in this fight. He's an exceptional talent. He is. And Valdez, like I said, he's a fighter. He's not the greatest boxer. He's a fighter. He likes to come and have a fight. He likes to scrap. He likes to brawl. But Shakur is the opposite. Shakur's a technically sound, great boxer. So this is going to be very, very difficult for Valdez. So actually, no, it was here. Valdez was dropped in some of those fights and badly hurt by Mariaga and Quigg. Who can forget the broken jaw Valdez fought with in his Quigg fight, in the fight with Quigg? So yeah, he broke his jaw against Quigg, and I believe Quigg broke his jaw in that fight as well. In a contest that arguably should have been halted by the ringside referee due to the blood that was seeping out of Oscar's mouth. He literally couldn't close his mouth after the injury occurred early in the contest. I don't know what would have happened if they had put that fight to a halt. Would Scott Quigg have won that? I don't know. Maybe Scott Quigg would have won that because Scott Quigg would have caused that by a punch. I think he might have won that fight. So that would have been a loss, but Valdez went on to win that fight. So yeah, look, I think Shakur and Valdez is going to be a special fight. Do I think Valdez wins it? Probably not. I think what I liked about what Shakur said about the fight with him and Lomachenko, I think that's a great fight down the line. That is a great fight down the line. For me, that's a super fight. Really, I don't know who wins that fight. That's a special kind of fight. Shakur v Lomachenko. I think that is the type of fight we want to see in boxing. I would be super excited for that type of fight because I think that's a fight that, you know, Shakur could definitely become a superstar. He's talking about becoming a superstar in this fight. I think a lot of people expect him to win this fight. I think the Lomachenko fight is a proper 50-50 fight because nobody really knows how good Shakur is. We know he's good, but against that type of pound for pound type of fighter, you know, he's not really been proven. He's not really faced anybody on Lomachenko's level. Lomachenko is something else. But could Shakur beat him? That would be a great fight. Great fight. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree with Canelo that Oscar will beat Shakur? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.